And welcome to episode 10 of my YouTube series entitled How to Do It All, One Mom's Guide to Living Your Dreams Right Where You Are. I'm J. Grace Pennington, an independent author and stay-at-home mom of 4 little girls, and today I want to talk about, today's episode is entitled Let It Go, so we're going to talk about letting some things go. So back in the episode about my priority list, where I walked through the way that I had set up which things were going to be really important goals for me, I noted that while music was actually on my list of priorities originally, I realized that I could not realistically incorporate music into my regular serious goals. So that was something that ended up falling off the bottom of my list, so to speak. And so things like this are why do it all does not actually mean do everything, but rather do all that it takes to build the life that you are created to live. So music has been an important part of my life, I guess always. I've always loved listening to music and singing, but when I was 7, I started guitar lessons, and I switched to violin lessons. When I was a little bit older, played in a local youth orchestra, ended up teaching myself piano once official lessons no longer made sense for me, and I played piano by ear every chance I got. But then, after I became an adult, moved out, got a job, got married, had kids, I no longer own a piano, so every so often I'll pull out my guitar or my violin and play a song or two just to see my kids' reactions, but that's really the extent of music in that capacity in my life right now. And I really miss playing music. And I don't think that this season that I'm in means that I will never engage in this hobby again. Music is still very important to me. And one day when the kids are older and when we manage to acquire a piano of our own, I can totally see myself incorporating music again into my daily routine. But for now, I'm at peace with not having it be a part of my life right now. So another thing that was on my initial priority list was coloring. I've always loved coloring, and once adult coloring books became popular about a decade ago or so, I dove in eagerly. I collected several coloring books myself, and once others found out about my passion for filling outlines with color, I was gifted several more coloring books. I now have more coloring books than I'm likely to use in a lifetime, or at least the next several decades. Coloring is also relaxing and it's good for your brain. So I originally, when I was making my list, I set myself a goal of coloring every day. And I did for a little while, but it soon became apparent that there just was not a really good space in my schedule for that much of it. And I also realized that it too was going to have to drop off the bottom of my priority list. So sometimes doing it all means letting specific things go. The key I found is, again, making intentional decisions. So rather than simply letting goals or dreams or hobbies slide, I take an objective look at what I want out of life and what's currently working for me and my family, and I say, if I want this, then that is not important right now. So as I've said before, this mentality keeps me from becoming the victim of my circumstances, and it puts me in the driver's seat of my life and my daily rhythms. So I do still color. Occasionally, if all my girls are drawing, I'll sit down with them and indulge in a page of one of my beloved coloring books. On Sundays, I'll fill out a page of my coloring Bible during my devotional time, but it's an occasional treat, not really a consistent routine. And like I said, I do fully expect to pick up music again one day. Letting go is not the same thing as giving something up. But in this particular slice of my life full of babies and the identity I've embraced as a writer and a reader and a homemaker, it just means that music and daily coloring are not parts of the picture for me. And the fact that I've made that an intentional decision in my life helps me be at peace with putting those things on the back burner for a time. These dreams and interests will have their day, and it's just not today. So now it's your turn. Think about, is there something that you would, in a perfect world, love to accomplish, but that needs to be set aside currently for the sake of your higher priorities? If so, Is this something that you need to completely let go of for the time being, or is there a way that you can still incorporate it into your life, maybe in just a really small or occasional way? And then look back at the priority list that we made earlier. And if you found things there that are just not quite working, or if there are things you're just unable to get to, what is it that's on the bottom of the list? And is it something that can be moved off of the list, again, just for a season and not for forever, to just make things work more smoothly and to be able to better accomplish those things that are higher up on the list? So I hope that that's all helpful to you. It was super helpful to me to kind of learn to see my priorities in this way, and to learn to see different seasons of life have their own limitations and their own special needs. So thank you all so much for watching this. I hope that you'll join me next time for my next episode, where I will talk about a priority that is not discussed as often, I feel like, but is still very important. So again, thank you so much. Hope this was helpful to you. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will see you next time.